Welcome back to Entrepreneurs and Fuego. I'm Melina Shaw, and I'm so excited to teach you guys about Deborah Burris. Deborah, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm very happy to be here.
Are you used to being in front of cameras, behind cameras, filming? Is that something you're excited about?
Well, one of my businesses is I own Arizona Video Studio, so I'm used to being in front some of the time, but mostly in back, directing everyone else.
So being in front of it is so kind of different for you.
A little bit. So my customers, they'll have to like critique me when we get done here and see. They can tell me how they think I did.
So definitely. Now going back, when you were growing up, were you always taking pictures? Were you always holding a video camera? How did you kind of get yourself into this role, into owning your own business?
Well, it's been kind of an interesting journey, to be honest with you. To answer the short answer is yes, I did always like taking pictures and taking video. That's something that I've always had a passion for. In junior high, we had an opportunity to have like a photography class. So I remember just my favorite thing to do was go in the darkroom and develop all of the pictures that we took. So I've always enjoyed that. But more than anything, I've always just wanted to like own my own business. I mean, I knew that from the time that I was very young.
So kind of entrepreneurship, I think, is really discovering your passion, following it, and that's your sole focus. It's just your passion, and you discovered it at such an early age. What was that like for you?
I mean, it's been like a remarkable journey. I mean, I started off, the video studio is not my first company. Really the thing that drives my passion for the video studio is helping other businesses realize their dreams, helping them like communicate their message and to create a connection with their audience through the use of video. Like I said, my passion really has just always been to be a business owner.
Yes.
And I started out after I graduated from college in corporate America. I kind of did that for a few years, and that was a great experience. I have
Isn't that funny?
No regrets, but
a lot of entrepreneurs do start out in corporate America, and they end up just throwing that bag and going into their own dreams, their own passion.
Right.
Was that a challenge for you?
You know what? It was just, I think anyone that is an entrepreneur, they'll understand this. It's just a matter of like taking the leap.
Exactly.
And having faith, taking the leap. And to me, it's all about lifestyle. I mean, my story is I graduated with a degree in economics, went on to be a drug rep for a few years, transitioned into being a trainer for that company. And then my husband and I kind of started our family, and I'm like, you know what, that's where I want my priority to be.
Yes.
So I kind of fired myself. I tell everyone that I put myself into early retirement for a few years.
That's a good way to put it, though.
Yeah, so I did that, and then after a few years of kind of getting, my family established, my husband and I decided that we wanted to both, he was in corporate America, he was a consultant for Intel Corporation.
Okay.
Decided that we wanted to just kind of follow our passion, start our own company, and we own 5 different businesses that are all very successful now.
And I want to talk about it. I mean, you have your hands completely full of different businesses. You have your Matrix Medical Billing, your Hybrid Chart. Quickly go over all these businesses that keep you busy.
Yeah, and our first company was Global Transcription Resources. I mean, as I told you, my first job out of college was a pharmaceutical rep, and I would hear doctors like all day long just talk about how they were getting squeezed. At the time I was in that space, it was the time that managed care was really starting to encroach upon the marketplace. So physicians were having to find a way to cut costs in order to maintain some semblance of profit to keep the doors open. So, and then my husband is a technical genius. I mean, he worked a lot with projects.
That helps.
Yeah, I mean, he's incredible. So he's very technical, and I mean, he's also great with people. So it's been fun to work together. But I mean, to make it a long story short, I mean, we came up with a process for doing medical transcription that cut physicians' costs by 40%.
Right.
And took their turnaround time from 2 weeks down to 24 hours.
So let's go back. Deborah, you said something that really stood out to me. Going from job to job, discovering different roles, having different positions. People kind of look at that like a negative aspect. But I can really relate to where you're coming from, because as a 26-year-old, I feel like every year I'm in a new environment, a new stage in my life. But for me, it's opened up so many doors. It's opened up through networking, through meeting people,
Sure.
through different business relationships, and I see what works at his company, what doesn't work, what they're doing wrong, what they're doing right. Now, going back to you, I know Arizona Video Studio is your main primary focus, but has that really changed the course in how you run business, through people you meet, through things that you learn?
Absolutely. I mean, there's no question that from my education to every company that I've only just really worked, I was just in the pharmaceutical business and then fired myself and then kind of started my own thing. But in between there, I went back, got my MBA. So, everything that I've done has really positioned me to create all of the companies that we've created together. And I think, I think the days are gone where you go and you work for a corporation for 20 or 30 years.
Yeah.
That just doesn't happen anymore.
Agreed.
So people that come out of college and they think that's going to happen, that's just not. And I think that's a net positive.
Yes.
Because as you mentioned, at your age of 26, look at how many things you've learned. You've started your own company. You've had it for the last 3 years from what I understand.
Yes.
And put yourself in a position to meet people like me that are entrepreneurs, and I'm sure that you learn, you kind of get little tidbits from everyone.
Things. Every day, you learn something new being an entrepreneur. Quickly, we're just wrapping up really quickly. What is your definition of entrepreneurship?
My definition of entrepreneurship is having the flexibility and freedom to have the lifestyle that I want. And even further than that, it's being able to put myself in a position to do the things that I love, and just as importantly, to not do anything that I don't love. So that's my definition.
So, Arizona Video Studio, walking into work every day, you employ 6 people. You've been running for 3 years strong. Any challenges along the way?
Well, I think there are always challenges along the way. We've been very successful in forming a very smooth team. We work well together. We've worked out a lot of the kinks, and I just feel blessed to be able to work with the people that I do. They're awesome. Incredible. And the real passion that I have about this studio is just helping other businesses achieve their dreams. I love that. It helps me kind of relive those feelings of, starting something and seeing something move forward.
Is it marketing videos, testimonials? What do you really particularly strive in doing for your customers?
Yeah, we've done projects for companies as big as Infusionsoft here in Arizona. They're kind of a big deal in the small business space. They're an awesome company. Loved working with them. We've done things for them. Really our focus though is on smaller professional services type businesses.
Okay. Where
we go in and we kind of talk to them about the pain points that their potential prospects or customers may be facing.
Yes.
And we help them develop, powerful video scripts and a powerful story on how we can help them help their potential prospects address those things.
One thing that I notice is content marketing is words are slowly diminishing, and your videos are more or less your underlining storyboard.
Absolutely.
It's where your story, your message gets across much faster than reading a whole page of text.
Yeah, the first thing that I ask anyone when they talk about where they're spending their marketing dollars is I ask them, I say, I challenge them to find any medium that is more cost effective than video. Right. There's just nothing out there.
I know, and I think what you're doing is amazing. Video is definitely going to blow up and keep emerging into so many different forms. So how can people reach out to you? You have a website?
We do. It's just ArizonaVideoStudio.com. And anyone that's interested in doing video for their business, I'd love to talk to them and reach out and help them. And
that's awesome. If you have one key advice for all entrepreneurs, now's your time. What would you share?
I would say to just follow your dream. Find out what you're passionate about and just go for it. Don't let anybody tell you that it's not going to work.
I love that.
Because you're going to get yourself, don't be afraid of the bumps and bruises along the way. Just keep getting up and making it happen, because I've lived it, I've done it. It's allowed me to follow my dream of having my own businesses, being a great mom. I schedule myself to where I'm there for my kids and can still, build a nice income for my family. So it's you can do it. Just don't give up.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Deborah. It's a pleasure having you on Entrepreneurs and Fuego.
Thank you.
And thank you.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
No problem.
Wait. I'm going to photobomb the interview for a minute. I will photobomb. You know why? Because there's one thing that we say at the end of the interview, and I'm not a mic, but you can hear this.
We can hear it all. We can hear it.
Exactly. And with that, we're out. That's what you need to do. With that,
We are out.
there we go now.
Boom.